What's going on, guys? Logan here. Here for a Q&A. I haven't done one of these in a hot minute, but I am here from my bar in my house. I figured doing it here was something new. You know, where y'all are asking me questions, I'm giving you answers. You know, like doing this at a bar just seems better. So, cheers. Anyways, I got a bunch of questions from y'all. I'll be answering them. And yeah, that's basically how this is gonna go. I haven't done one of these in a long time. It's been years, like I said. So hopefully I answer as many questions as possible. Hopefully I got yours. Hopefully somehow, some way, I answered what you asked. If not, I mean, you can answer or ask questions below in the comments, and I will try my best to answer those as well. If yours did not make it into the video, or if you were not satisfied, I will try to fix that. I will say, starting off though, there are some questions that I got regularly that are not really Q&A questions. They're more channel-wide questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those over with, because they're one of those like frequently asked question kind of things that are not what I want for this video. So if you're here looking for this, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, so you probably are not interested in the rest, so you can just continue, get your answer, and things will be solid. So for those asking if I'm going to continue watching something, or if something's gonna return, or when I'm gonna watch something, or if I can watch something, this is for you. I have been doing this channel for almost 10 years. The policy on this channel has always been the same. If I watch past one season on a show, on Patreon, or on the website, the whole thing's gonna be watched. If a show gets posted on YouTube, the whole thing will be watched. I don't know if things have paused. Like I've started watching, I've started posting, and I haven't posted in a while. Something's wrong. That could be so many things. Either YouTube literally won't let me post, I don't have someone editing it, I'm backed up on so many other shows that I'm watching, priorities have taken over, I can't get it posted. As soon as I have the ability to post a show, I promise you I am posting that show. It's a very important thing for me, what I do on this channel, and posting and making sure that I complete things. There's a lot of things that are uncompleted. I will get back to them and they will be eventually completed. So again, I do not withhold episodes for no reason. I know there are a lot of shows out there that y'all are missing, that y'all want to see. I can't get them out there right now. If I can, they'll be posted. If I knew when they would be, I will let you know. Right now, it's just not a thing. I'm only one person, and unfortunately, I cannot duplicate myself. And if I could, everything would be up to date, and everything would be perfect, and no one would be asking me when something is coming. But unfortunately, I'm a human being, and that's been the saddest part of life, is realizing that I'm just a person. I do wish that I could get everything out and I could do everything, but that's just reality. I can't. But like I said, if you see a show, anything, if anything is posted, even if it's just one episode, is posted on YouTube, the whole thing will be watched. I promise you. When? I don't know. Like I said, issues pop up all the time, and my job is to adapt. I have to adapt. If a show is having problems extensively, or if I can only get you one episode every other week, that's not fair to you. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to what the schedule is and what's coming up next. It's better to put a pause, come back later to when things can be more consistent and things can be done properly. As far as you wanting me to watch a show, this has been the same thing as well throughout the entire time I've done this channel. If you want me to watch a show, that's great. However, there is a voting process. I don't choose. It's all up to y'all. So You know, when the time comes, I will put out a post and I'll be like, hey, who wants me to watch what? Everyone's gonna list 1 or 2 shows that they want me to watch. The most requested ones make it onto a poll. And then there's about 3 rounds that go through a voting process, and the poll shrinks all the way down to 2. So that's how it's always worked, and that's how new shows get added to the watch list and how things progress with this channel. There's not a poll yet. There will be a poll probably towards the end of the year, I think. I'll have to pull out, at the end of this video, I'm going to pull out a piece of paper that has a list of all the shows that I'm watching next, like are coming up, so I'm going to let y'all know about that. On to other Q&A, not just frequently asked questions. These are now Q&A questions that y'all submitted and asked me in some form, somewhere, some way, whatever. Question number 1. Would you ever do a meet and greet in Atlanta or area of Atlanta? Of course. I mean, I always love to meet all of you. I would love to meet anyone, anywhere, not just Atlanta. I mean, I'm closest to Atlanta, which is why that question was Atlanta. But yeah, anywhere. I haven't gone to a convention in a while, but normally when I do, I will I tell people. I tell all y'all, like, I'll post about it. I'll be like, yo, I'm going to a convention. If you're there, see me. I've met a lot of y'all, and it's always been fun. It's always been cool. I always enjoy it. And I wouldn't be here without y'all. So I would love to meet every single one of you if I could. Unfortunately, that would be very difficult, but I would. What is a series you think has gone too long, and where would you have ended it? I mean, I'm not anywhere close to being caught up on Grey's Anatomy, but man, that seems like a lot. But that seems like an easy answer. But then again, they've done a good job. I don't know if this question has to do with current, like a show that's still going on, or one that has happened and has ended, but it went too long. The first thing that pops in my head is Bones. I feel like Bones was just dragged. You know, dragged out for too long. Like, there's no reason to have 12 seasons. Biggest pet peeve. It really does drive me nuts when people are smacking or making ridiculous or weird odd noises. I don't like wild noises. I also don't like loudness. It's something like that. Like, I don't like overly loud to where everyone's on the same volume except for you. And I don't like unnecessary noises. My second biggest regret. Whoa, okay, we're getting deep. There's probably something I could, like, if we really wanted to get personal here, I could possibly, if I really sat here and thought for a little bit, I can think of my second biggest regret. But it'll probably have to do with some freaking missed opportunity or something like that. But I'm gonna go with something that just happened not that long ago. My favorite artist, musician, whatever you want to call him, Eric Church. He just recently went to Red Rocks in Colorado. I also just recently went to Red Rocks in Colorado for the first time ever. But I didn't go for him. My second biggest regret now, probably for the rest of my life, is that I didn't go for him. I should have just gone, even though it was in the middle of the week and it was very difficult. I should have just done it. Even though you are someone that is good at not letting things get to you, has there ever been a comment that actually got to you? That is a great question. Unfortunately, I have been called quite possibly every single name or whatever you could ever think of. And I have never really been someone that lets anything get to me. I would say when it comes to stuff like that, it's not if it's at me that's the problem. I think it's if it's at someone else. Because I'm a very... I like to defend those who I care about or respect more than I care about what people have to say about me. I've always said this, and this is always the case, and it will always be for the end of time. If someone has something to say, you know you. You know you. Everyone knows themselves. If someone has something to say to you, if someone's trying to, say something bad to you or bring you down, it's really just because they're pathetic themselves. So there's no reason to let someone, especially someone who is behind a screen typing on a keyboard in a comment section, that's the last person you should ever let get to you. So, I mean, if they have... I've never been afraid to say what I think. I've never been afraid to be me on camera. So, I don't care what people think about me. I don't care what people have to say, because the thing is, at the end of the day, they don't know me. They will never know me unless they somehow met me and took the time to know me. So, anything that anyone has ever said to me, there's no reason to take it to heart. But I will defend people who I care about. And that I would say is the thing that gets to me the most, is other people who are impacted by what I do. Have you found your Tyler Lockwood of Grey's Anatomy? Oh man, I don't know. I don't think so. For those of you who don't know, I don't know, this is not really a spoiler. I don't think. This is Vampire Diaries related. If you think it's a spoiler, skip 10-20 seconds. Tyler Lockwood is a character on Vampire Diaries who, in my opinion, just lasted way too long and was like a pointless character. So that's what that means in this aspect. I don't think there is one in Grey's Anatomy right now. There are some who I question what their future will be like, because I'm like, is there enough story left to tell with this character? How are you going to do more? Is their journey coming to an end? Like, I don't know. There are a couple like that, but I don't think there's anyone that is exactly like Tyler Lockwood. Top 5 characters from shows you've watched. This is not going to be in any particular order, because that's probably not possible. And for the sake of this, I'm going to say shows I've reacted to. So, and also, some of the shows that I might say here are not on YouTube yet, but are coming. Also, if anybody is hearing any noise or rattling, that is my dog. They don't seem to care if the camera's running. They're just going to make unnecessary noises. I'm going to say Walter White, top 5 character. Rick Grimes. Kai Parker. I'm a huge fan of villains. I also feel like I'm going to miss somebody because I'm doing this on the spot. I mean, I feel like I have to have Jesse Pinkman. There's so many characters in, like, 12 Monkeys or Game of Thrones. Oh! Vikings. Ragnar. Ragnar from Vikings is a phenomenal character. I would say that's probably probably the most underrated in my top 5. Top 5 disappointing shows. Top 5 disappointments in shows. Ha! In no particular order, and also keeping with only shows I've reacted to. I'm gonna have to go Once Upon a Time Season 7, Game of Thrones Season 8, the hesitant writing of The Flash, the overly cheesy writing of DC's Legends of Tomorrow. I hit Arrowverse twice there, and I feel so bad. And last but not least, Tyler Lockwood. Was there a show you watched after one season that you wished you stopped? Yes. Legacies. God. Honestly, Legacies could have been in the top 5 for the last thing I said. That show is so bad. Favorite show you've done on the channel? 12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys is phenomenal. It is amazing. It's one of the best things I've ever watched. It's 4 seasons and nobody's ever heard of it. So, if you haven't heard of it, I just gave you homework and something to watch. Upcoming shows you're most excited for. See, the thought process here is, I mean, How to Get Away with Murder is a show that I'm pretty interested in. Westworld is a show I'm pretty interested in. And Yellowstone is also coming up. So it's like, I don't know which one out of those, but I'm pretty interested in watching those. Shout out for Sarah, and happy birthday. Do I plan on watching Rizzoli? I don't even know how to say that. Or Supernatural again, since it's coming back for another season. Again, if shows are being requested, I will hopefully get them one day. If they're voted on, I will watch it. Supernatural's coming back for another season. That seems like the dumbest idea ever. So, if it does come back, I will watch it, but I am not going to do a rewatch for Supernatural. The only rewatch that I have planned coming up is Lost. I literally can't read my own writing right now. I literally don't know what this says, but it says something a show has toyed with your emotions. I wrote this too. Like, what is wrong with me? Many shows have toyed with my emotions, and I'm going to try to wing this question right here because I'm totally not. The first word I'm missing. So I don't know if it's a show that has toyed with your emotions, but there's another word there, and I literally don't know what it says. Many shows have toyed with my emotions. I would say one of the first ones was Vampire Diaries. And then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. toyed with my emotions. Grey's Anatomy has toyed with my emotions. There have been moments. It used to be rare. Now, it's less rare. Funniest or craziest happy memory of one of your pets? Oh, man. There was this one time during a stream, I went to go take Chloe out, and this was when she was really, really young. And it was raining outside. So we had this like back porch kind of thing. It wasn't a back porch. It was like it had a covering when you walked out, so I stood underneath it as I let her go out into the rain, so I didn't have to go out into the rain. But I was just right outside of it, and I pulled on the leash to turn around to go inside, and I hit my elbow on the post perfectly on the corner of the post, and it hit perfectly really hard on my funny bone area, and my arm went dead. Like, complete shock through my arm, gone. Like, I couldn't pick it up, I couldn't move it, it just went limp. And that was the arm that was holding my dog at the time, who is a husky, who is really young and very energetic. So when the leash got loose and dropped, she just ran. So I ran after her with one arm in the pouring rain with cars, and it was terrifying and crazy. Most surprising Criminal Minds guest star? I really can't pinpoint a specific one. I don't really, outside of, I'm gonna say Lost characters, just because I love Lost characters, and other guest stars I probably don't really know about, because I started this YouTube channel when I was 17, so I stopped watching everything. Like, I stopped watching things outside of work and YouTube because I started doing this. So I don't really know, I don't know as many guest stars and actors and whatnot outside of when they appear. And I can't think of one right now that I did know that appeared on Criminal Minds except for Lost characters. How do you not spoil yourself when everyone posts about shows constantly on every platform? Is it challenging balancing Patreon and YouTube while trying to keep everyone happy? So, first part, I literally live in the dark, so it's not that hard to not spoil yourself when you're not in that world outside of the camera. So outside of the camera on social media and whatnot, I don't have any of that stuff. So my feed of any sort is not that. I never see show stuff, I never see movie stuff, I never see anything. So it's pretty easy that way. Outside of that, I have a very strict and monitored spoiler policy on this channel. It's done very well. I have many people behind the scenes, not just me, working on stuff like that, preventing things like that from getting to my brain and my eyes. And yeah, it's not that hard, actually. Is it challenging balancing Patreon and YouTube while trying to keep everyone happy? Of course. Of course. It's a lot that goes into the behind the scenes of making everything that I do, and there's a lot of different schedules, and there's a lot of different things that need to be posted at a lot of different times, and edited, and uploaded, and sent to somebody, and then sent back to me. It's not easy. But I took the time to try to work out a plan and a program that would be best for all of this. And I think it's worked to an extent. Is it perfected? Absolutely not. I need a little more help behind the scenes, but it's getting there. And the help that I'm getting is great. And once everything wraps up, it'll be so amazing. Saddest show you've watched? It's got to be, I feel like it's got to be Grey's Anatomy, just because, I mean, it's a hospital show, everyone's dying, everyone's hurt, everyone's going through their emotions. Literally, that's the show's purpose, so it's got to be Grey's Anatomy. Favorite cameo in a show? I want to try to stay on the theme with only shows I've reacted to, but it's really hard to do that with this. But I'm still going to. Never mind, something just popped in my head. One Tree Hill, Tony Gonzalez was cool as hell. I am such a huge Falcons fan, even though we're trash and terrible. Seeing him was amazing. Love from the Netherlands. How were you feeling? How are you feeling during the shooting in Grays? Worried. Terrified. Worried for my queen, who later broke my heart. How are you doing? I hope this finds you well. I know the noise of the masses can be all-consuming. However, you shine brighter. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope you shine brighter, and I hope everything is well for you and everyone else who is watching this. Everything can be very crazy and consuming, and I hope everyone finds their path of peace and comfort through everything that you do. Is there a show you wanted to drop but kept going for the fans? Did you change your mind and start liking it? A show I wanted to drop but I kept going, and did I change my mind? Not really. I don't think I have one specifically like that. There's been a couple shows going into it. I had my mindset on something that it wasn't going to be for me, or it wasn't going to be something I liked, but I ended up really liking it. Like Vampire Diaries. I went into that show thinking, this is so not me. This is so not my style. This is so not something that I'm going to like. This is for girls. This is for teenage girls. And I went into it and I was like, yeah, this stuff is good. Like, I like this. I'm looking to broaden my country music taste. Oh, this, my favorite question already. So far, I'm a massive Kenny Chesney, Dolly Parton, and Sammy Kershaw fan. Who else would you recommend? Oh my gosh, I hope you are ready for a massive list. You got Eric Church. Amazing. Maybe he's too rock for you. I don't know. That's up to you. Some of his older stuff is pretty solid. His older albums. Can't not listen to country music without listening to good old Zach Top. Zach Top have to listen to Zach Top if you are anywhere close to interested in country music. Again, Eric Church, Album of the Year. Gabe Lee is very low name, great voice, awesome sauce. You have Ella Langley, Cameron Marlowe, Coulter Wall. Deep voice is Coulter Wall. Coulter Wall's got that old, nice, old-fashioned voice. Bella White. Lily Fitz, she's brand new. She just released her first album last month. Amazing. Great voice. Gabriella Rose, Cody Jinks. Gabriella Rose has a amazing voice. It is so, like, old-fashioned. And she's not old, but she's my age. And it's... goosebumps. Charles Wesley Godwin, Cassius Culpepper, The Castellos, Kat Hasty, Megan Maroney. If you want to go into that, I mean, Megan Maroney's probably not for everybody, but I like Megan Maroney. Noeline oh man, I don't think I'm saying her first name right. Hoffman. Noeline Hoffman. Cade Hoffman. Hoffman spelled differently for both of them. Alan Jackson, Willow Avalon, Keith Whitley, Leah Blevins, and Colton Bolin. That's a lot. Favorite animated series. So now, like, I don't really watch. I don't know if this is like anime. Like, is that the question? Or animated or anime? I feel like I don't know. I don't know this very well. But I'm going to throw a couple out there because I'm a big fan of Rick and Morty. I'm a big fan of Solar Opposites. That's kind of the same people. I absolutely love Pokemon. Which I don't think I've really said. But I do. Favorite show you've reacted to? Again, I'm going to have to say 12 Monkeys. Or Game of Thrones. Do you enjoy a show more or less when filming a reaction to it? No, I don't think that plays a role in anything. The difference there is I don't talk and I don't wear my emotions on my sleeve when I'm watching a show actually, like by myself. It's like I might laugh or I might be like, oh my god, but during a reaction I have to get in the mode of talk, say something, say what's on your mind, whatever you're thinking, blurt it. So that's really the only difference. It's not that I enjoy a show more or less. Is there a show you are interested in reacting to one day? Not one that pops to my head currently, no. There used to be a few, but I think I said them so much that people started voting for them, and I've watched them now, so. Favorite Grey's characters? Dead or alive? Well, we got Miranda Bailey, we got Amelia Shepherd, we got Lexi Grey, Joe Wilson. I like Owen, mainly because I think his character is very complex and very difficult and very not simple. And, you know, I think the actor does an incredible job with Owen, but I know a lot of people don't. So, who are you? I'm not even sure I know your name or what you do for a living. I have strangely gotten this question way too much. And it's not the what do I do for a living. That's fair. That's a fair question. But not knowing my name is the biggest confusion of a question that I have weirdly regularly gotten. And I'll tell you why. And some of you are saying it right now. I say my name in every single video. Every single video. Within the first few seconds of the video. The first thing you hear out of my mouth is, hey guys, I'm my name. And strangely, I've gotten that question so many times, and I don't think you're watching the videos. What I do for a living, I do this. I do YouTube for a living, all day long, all night long, almost every single day. It's a lot, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It's been a good time, and I'm very thankful for it. Story with my hat that I always wear. So this hat is, I wear, honestly, this is not the first hat that I ever wore. When I started making videos, I was wearing an Eric Church hat, actually. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. And then there were a stretch of videos I didn't wear a hat at all. But then I put this hat on, and then I put the hat on again, and then I put the hat on again, and then I was like, I've made so many videos with this one hat, like this is my symbol. So here we are, going strong now almost 10 years later. So this hat is from one of my favorite places on earth. It's my second home. It's my happy place. It's called Amelia Island. It's in Florida. I'm there all the time, and I love being there. And that's what this hat says, and I bought it one year, and I don't know, it reminds me of a great place, a happy place, a place where I love being, and I always wore it, and it just stuck. Literally, it stuck to my head. I can't take it off. Would you react to movies? Fun fact, I am reacting to movies right now. I am reacting to 100 movies. I have already selected the 100 movies, so don't make requests, please. I am doing that and gonna see how it goes and how things unfold. And the hope is once I get all of them done and ready, I will give you a list of when everything is coming out, and all of y'all could either watch the movie and then watch the reaction, or if you've already seen the movie, know when each movie is coming. And yeah, that's the point. It's 100 movies. I'm watching 100 movies. It's a whole big planned process that is not coming anytime soon, but it's in the works. Do you re-watch shows on your own after reacting to them? No. No, that would require me to have an extra 24 hours in my day, which I don't. But no, I have not rewatched a single thing that I have reacted to yet, except for editing or whatnot, but I don't count that as rewatching. Rank the queens of the shows you are currently reacting to. The queens! Oh man, the bulk of the queens are on Grey's Anatomy. Well, I'll start this off. Everyone knows who the #1 queen is. Honestly, I'll go ahead and tell you now, out of every single show I've watched, she's the #1 queen. It's Joe Wilson. Ain't nobody top Joe Wilson. Nobody tops Joe Wilson. Joe Wilson is top-notch queen. She is the simple reactions queen. She has the crown. Ain't nobody taking it from her. Unless someone like Ana de Armas was on a show. Sydney Sweeney technically is on a show. Ooh. But she doesn't count. Out of shows I'm currently watching? I mean, JJ from Criminal Minds is up there. I don't know, outside of I can give you Joe Wilson as #1, and then outside of that, it's everyone else. Specific rankings are difficult. Countries you'd love to visit. Italy and Australia, because I am wildly attractive to your women. Are there any brown hair Italians or Australians? Like, send them my way. Brunettes, Australians, and Italians. On a serious note, I would love to see France. And Dubai. Dubai would be cool. I want to go to Australia, but also Australia scares me. So, top 5 shows you've reacted to. 12 Monkeys, Game of Thrones, Prison Break is in there somewhere, Criminal Minds is in there somewhere, Breaking Bad. Why is Chloe not in every single video? She's clearly the star of the channel. Unfortunately, her contract is incredibly high, and I can't afford it. But I agree, she is obviously she's the main attraction. Top 5 villains from all shows that you've watched. Well, I mean, I feel like you gotta say Heisenberg, right? Kai Parker, Negan, Mr. Scratch is pretty good. There's also that other character that was on Criminal Minds who I listed as my #1 villain on the entire show, and I'm drawing a blank on her name. So that's cool, but her. Have you ever actually stopped watching a show after the first season if you didn't like it? Yes, I have, actually. Every single time, though, that has happened, it's happened twice. Every single time that has happened, I actually have not gotten to the end of the first season because I have been so sick and tired of what I have watched. So I stopped watching Charmed after 10 episodes because the original Charmed I hate it. I can't. And it also doesn't help that one of the actresses on it are probably top 3 most hated actress in my eyes. Like, I can't stand the person to begin with, so that didn't help. And then on top of that, the show was just too cheesy and not me. It was something I didn't enjoy watching. And again, both of these shows, the best way I can explain it is I'm sitting there waiting for the episode to end because it's so excruciating, me sitting there watching the show. So instead of continuing that and being in pain and no one enjoying watching me watch it, I stopped watching Charmed and I stopped watching Walker because Walker is one of the worst shows I've ever seen, and it's the biggest slap in the face to Walker Texas Ranger fans all over the globe. What was the furthest you ever traveled? I went to Alaska when I was 10, I think. That's where I got this. The gold nugget. Actually, everything, my necklace and this that I added to it is from Alaska. Fun fact, this was my dad's, my dad gave it to me because he never wore it. And then I added the gold nugget that I bought in Alaska when I went. What's the scariest thing you ever experienced in your life so far? Taxes. Actual scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life? Well, a couple years ago, I got in a car accident, a little fender bender. It was a little more than a fender bender. My truck was fine, but I slid on the brakes. I hit the brakes and I slid, like, because it was raining, and I slid and I hit the car in front of me. And the woman in that car had just gotten out of like heart surgery or something the week before, and she had to leave in the ambulance even though the crash wasn't that bad. That scared me because I was like, oh my god, hurting someone else was terrifying. So I would say that was pretty, or the possibility of hurting someone else that I didn't want to hurt you, like it was an accident, like I feel so bad, like that was probably one of the scariest experiences that I went through recently. Not that recently, but a few years ago. What's a show you watched that you wish you reacted to? Lost. I genuinely wish that I could erase my memory of watching Lost just so I can watch it again and record my experience for y'all, because that would have been the greatest thing that anybody could have ever witnessed me watching. Nothing has ever given me more joy than that show. Now that you have hit 100,000 subscribers, what is the next big goal / milestone for the channel? Getting everything on track. I want to have every show updated, ready, posted when I want it posted, and everything edited and everything. I want everything to flow and work the way that my brain has imagined it to. And we're not there yet, but we're gonna get there one day. And when we get there one day, oh, it's going to be amazing, because things are going to work so well. And if I can just get everything on track, magic will occur in front of all of y'all's eyes. What is the most common misconception people have about YouTube reactors? That it's easy. Y'all have no idea what goes on behind the scenes and how much work and effort it puts into it. People think it's so easy and that they could do it, and you can't. You can't do it. It's not easy. And it's not just this, oh, I sit down and I watch TV shows. There's so much more to that, and it's so in-depth, and it was a shock when I finally started, like, I first started doing all this, and then I kept doing it, and I wanted to do it very well and perfect it and do it for a lot of people, and now I'm still doing it now, and it's like, it's not a walk in the park. Where wouldn't you want to travel? North Korea. I don't think they would let me. It's also not a good idea. I have no interest in going to Haiti because that place vibrates all the time. And that would just terrify me. If I never went back to the state of Alabama again, I would be fine. And I'm not a fan of cold. I hate the cold. But I would go to cold areas. But like Antarctica would, I'll pass. Last but not least, what has been your most rewarding moment in regards to the channel so far? The most rewarding moment, honestly, is seeing my parents proud of me, my family happy for me. The satisfaction of working hard and being and making it to a point that you didn't think you were going to be, and the support from those around you that you love so much, and even the new ones that have come into your life and have clicked on your videos and liked the videos and have been there for a while or are just now getting into it. That's very rewarding. It's the community and the family, whether it's blood or not blood. Alright, well that is it for the Q&A. Real quick, I'll let y'all know all the shows that are coming up. As of making this video, you gotta keep that in mind. And these are not in order. Unfortunately, I'm not telling you these in order. The Fosters is on its way. The Expanse is on its way. Breaking Bad is on its way. The Magicians is on its way. Gilmore Girls is on the way. Fringe. Lost Rewatch. We're doing a Lost Rewatch. I'm so excited. That's the first ever rewatch on this channel. And it's focused on rewatch. That's the point of it. Pretty Little Liars. Chicago Series. Revenge. Westworld, Colony, Lock and Key, Outer Banks, Mr. Robot, Stitchers, Yellowstone, Peaky Blinders, The Last Ship, Orphan Black, Friday Night Lights, Sherlock Holmes, How to Get Away with Murder. All of these shows are coming to the channel. They're on the list. They're going to be watched. Some of them are in different lists. Now, I now have 2 lists. I have bonus shows and I have actual watch list. That is a combination of all of them. But thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for getting through this Q&A, asking me questions. If you have any other questions, do let me know. You can put them in the comment section. I will try my best to answer them, as long as they're not questions I already answered in the video. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all so much for the questions. Thank y'all so much for clicking on this video or other videos or whatever, or subscribing. You know, y'all are very amazing, and I would not be here without y'all. So thank you so much. I'll see y'all next time.